playing a lot, and I'm fairly enjoying the shit out of this. Um, I might condense that into like a whole this segment to a whole nother thing, but I've been playing um, God Hand a lot lately, yo. Um, and I love it so much. Okay, just look it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just it speaks for itself. It's really out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the obscure ones when it comes to the Capcom titles. You know, there's a lot of them out there. You know, but I think with Capcom, like they really, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to their like genre, they either leaning towards the horror shit, you know, or you know what I'm saying, like the action shit, you know what I mean? Like the Swords Ravs, the IEs, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. But like the Clock Towers with the horror, you know, they're kind of like clones of Resident Evil, you know what I mean? A Swords Rav to his credit, that was pretty unique and shit, but like still nonetheless like pretty like straightforward. But God Hand, bro, so fucking different, so out there, so zany, you know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of the Fist of the North Star anime or the games, you know what I'm saying, growing up, or the most recent one, The Lost Paradise, which I highly recommend. I need to get back into that too. You know what I'm saying? Very Mad Max X, like it's literally beat for beat, Fist of the North Star. But with its own steez, you know what I mean? Like it just like copy and paste, you feel me? But like still able like to set itself apart, you know what I mean? With its, you know, Capcom, early Capcom, you know, like how they had their style of shit, you know, with the dialogues and the characters. You know, that's when Leon Kelly, it was what did it come out, 2006? So yeah, like year prior, we had Resident Evil 4, and I was out there and shit, you know what I'm saying, with the Shinji Mikami, like it's what the hell, I never seen this camera before. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that some like new shit? I don't remember that back on the old jet. That's pretty dope. Um, yeah, I think I seen something like that happen in the main game too, with that like different camera angles. It's pretty fucking dope. All right, I'm getting distracted. Um, but yeah, combat is dope, very unique. I highly implore you just look it up. If you have a PS3, you hook it up. It's still on the PlayStation Store. You can get it at a fairly decent price. You know, don't get it on PS2 because that's like one of the rare, you know, memorabilia. No, relics of like, you know, games disc. You know, when it comes to physical media, like they up the price when it comes to shit like that. Like now that that's a novelty. Maddie Plays, that's a nice video. Very well articulated, better than I can do it. How like gaming, you know what I'm saying, like old retro gaming, like how expensive it is, something like that. I'm probably butchering the title, but he's really good at explaining it. Anyways, I digress. Going back to you know, if you want to do play the game, because it really, you know, I highly implore people to just see it for themselves and experience it. It's really fucking fun. You know what I'm saying? Super funny. But I wanted to bring that up to say this, you know what I'm saying? That long-winded introduction, you know, this is a perfect segue. It got me thinking. I think the developers that made the game, Clover Studios, yeah, in conjunction with Capcom, I don't know, maybe some of the people went off to do other shit. Maybe they're part of the Capcom, like, core team now, or they just, I wonder what they're doing. But it made me, you know what I mean, like, kind of teeter with the idea, like, holy shit, like, whoever these people are, you know what I'm saying, whatever they're doing, it'll be nice for them to make, it'll be cool if they would have made like a One Piece game with the whole kind of like steez of like God Hand, you know, like when I was playing, I'm like, yo, this would be perfect for One Piece, like a real, you know what I mean, maybe create your own character or play as different characters, you know, like when I'm playing, I'm like, holy shit, like it's shit very, it feels, I compare it a lot to Fit to the North Star, but I failed to mention that it also feels like a lot like One Piece, like even without getting into spoilers, like some of the villains, like literally being like some of the people, you know what I mean? Some of the admirals that you meet, you know what I mean? And some of the villains, you know, that you run into in One Piece, you know? And that was around the time where One Piece was really like, you feel me? Like it came out before that shit. Like that was like what, the late 90s, early 2000s, One Piece. And it's still going on now, but like now that's when like One Piece, you know, mid 2000s and shit, Naruto, One Piece, anime really started blowing the fuck up because of Toonami and shit, right? So I think that was a big inspiration for them too. You know, even with the costume designs, and the little one-liners and shit they be saying. Just gotta fucking see it. It's like bonkers. But yeah, when I'm playing it, I'm like, dog, like this will be perfect, dog, like for a One Piece game, like the perfect setting. Like, I know there's One Piece games out there, but like it's either not that good, being that I never, you know what I mean. I feel like if it was really good, I would have, what I'm saying, heard it. Which this kind of might be a bad take, you know what I'm saying. But like me, like I'm pretty hip when it comes to shit. Like I have my ear to the ground when it comes to like, what I'm saying, the high bond of what's going on and what's, what I mean, popular and shit. Not that we all play things in a vacuum and shit. I want to make it seem like, if I ain't here, then it ain't hot, like I don't want that to be the man, I don't want to give off that impression anyway at all. But like I'm saying that to say like it's nothing to write home about, you know what I mean? From what I hear, like nobody really talks about it. But it'll be nice to have, I'm saying that to say this, it'll be nice to have like a One Piece game that's just like universally loved. It don't even have to be like accessible. Like that's why I would like it. Like my version would be something like God Hand, you know what I mean? Just look at that and then put it into there, like, and you'll see what I'm been talking about, to the combat, you know what I mean, the characters and shit. But like have like the One Piece universe and all the like you don't even have to tell, like that's, that world is so fucking big where it's like you really don't even need to like follow the same story tropes. You can do like what's happening around it, like on the different, like, you know what I'm saying, the islands that impale down and shit or whatever. Like you can really tell like different isolated stories, oh, that's nice. You can see the moon like in the back and shit. Starting to get nighttime. Yeah, that's a dope fucking wallpaper. Matter of fact, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, man. Like I was playing that shit, just nerding out. I want to get back to it. I'm like 2 hours and 30 minutes in. Now I'm starting out. I took my time. I was have to take a step away from the main story and do the other shit, you know what I'm saying, little side quests and activities and shit, you know what I'm saying, the little arena time shit, which is fun as hell. But the game is hard, but it has a learning curve. That's how I just want you to play it. I would see, I'm a new jack to this shit, and plus, even if I did have to take, I probably wouldn't did it, you know what I'm saying, the B-roll shit. But like I wish I could have like a side, you know what I mean, pull up a screen or some shit, you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna get my PC and I'm gonna try to figure it out, but like I'm gonna just do it like this, just, you know what I mean, like talking and shit. But again, I highly implore y'all guys to go see, so you can get a better you know what I'm saying, visual representation of what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But again, now without going on to spoilers, just with the combat and shit, like you can like switch it up. Like you have to fight, you know what I mean, get collectibles. It's not a collectathon, but like it really boils down. You can just use skill, or like a lot of it boils down to like abilities and shit, you know what I'm saying? But you can change up your own fighting moves and shit, you know what I mean? Like they have a point system. You can buy different things, like each button, you can map it out. Like this shit is fucking crazy, dog. Like it's a real like fighting game, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't want to say open world. Like it's so out there. Like I can't, like it's like a stage level shit, you know what I mean? Like you have to go through the levels to really, you know what I'm saying? And then one, I don't want to say like a boss raid, but like some levels have bosses, some don't, you know what I mean? Sometimes you like right now I got stuck. I'm fighting like 3 niggas. You feel me? And the game is hard as ball. Don't get it, like it's not easy. You feel me? But once you find the loop, I don't want to say you can cheese it, but like it boils down really all to like skill, but like also like we gonna go with that cheese, like, like you can't just button mash your way into shit, but like, there's a certain ability that you have in a game to like, you know what I mean, like you can power through shit, but you still have to be a little, you know what I mean, skillful at the shit, or at least to have some type of skill to advance to the game. So I made it this far. So I'm pretty, you know what I mean, happy, satisfied with that. There's a dodging mechanic. I don't even know if I don't think you can block. You can break guards, but there's no block button. You know what I'm saying? Because they really want you, it really boils down to like dodging and, you know what I'm saying? The classic Shinji Kambi, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if he's credited in this, but like Capcom, they was doing, same with Platinum too, with the whole timed, what they call that, not time frame, but like the time sequences when it's like, oh, press this button, then you gotta do it in that succession or order and shit like that. It's not like Resident Evil level where it's like, oh, you press one button or you miss it by this, you know what I mean? Then you're fucking dead, like end game screen. But it really, you know what I'm saying? Like it wants you to be like, it's like some high risk, high reward shit where it's like the more you're fluid with your combat, like it more to reward you. It feels really fast, you know what I'm saying? Like at first you feel like you're like, oh damn, like what the fuck am I doing? Like this shit, okay, like I'm just gonna mash my way through. This shit you can pick up. Like this shit is crazy, bro. It's like Streets of Rage mixed with whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? They some like stage level shit, you know what I mean? Mixed with like some FromSoft shit, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy, dog. Like it was really one of a kind, and no wonder why like the game is like they really up to ante with the price because it's really one of the same with Silent Hill 4, like you know what I mean? And the what's that one shit with the game that had an insanity meter on GameCube? I think it was called like internal something dark. Y'all know what I'm trying to say for the people, the older folk out there and shit that played the GameCube or seen it growing up on like X-Play or G4 and shit like that / Tech TV. The game with the insanity meter, like them games, that's why they up the price with them shits because they real out there and God Hand is one of them. But yeah, man, I'm just raving about the game now. Like yeah, just to close that all out, like I would love to see that translated into like a One Piece game, man. Like use that as a foundation, you know. I was gonna say Cloverfield, Clover Studios, man. I don't know. Y'all obviously don't exist no more. I don't know if a lot of y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying, still y'all probably still around kicking it, making games, making art or whatever, but like y'all need to get back in the field and like, you know what I'm saying? Like make that shit happen, man. Cause God Hand, that shit, I would the shit, bro. I would want a sequel to that for real. We might not ever see it again, you know what I'm saying, in that capacity, but like a spiritual successor or what I'm saying now, like something but like at a bigger capacity, but like with its own steez to it, you know what I mean? Like a rated M version of One Piece or something. Like it don't have no like real continuity with the canon. Like it's canon, but it ain't. You feel me? That's how I'll do it. That's my dream shit. You feel me? Like shit, maybe even a Naruto game. I'm out here talking about fucking One Piece, you know, but I feel like I put One Piece out there because I feel like there's so much, you know what I'm saying? Like Naruto, like they got the Shippuden shits, the Ninja Storms and shit, you know. I have a couple of them via backwards, you know what I'm saying, the backwards compat shit, you know, on the 360 and the PS4. But I feel like One Piece don't really get that much love. Like well, Naruto already got they shit, you feel me? The Shinobi Strikers, you know. One Piece don't really get love like that, you feel me? Like, let's get that. You know, there's Naruto, like they more love, like they got them niggas in Fortnite, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't got that shit in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, on Fortnite, not that it really matters, not that, listen, I'm not saying like, oh, if you ain't in Fortnite, you ain't make it. Like, two things can, like, you can exist without all that, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's about time we really get like a dope One Piece game. But yeah, that's what I think. That's my little spiel. I just had to get that out because the more and more I was playing that shit, I'm like, this would be fucking dope. Like, as for, you know, be set in that universe. Then I was talking the night all the way down to morning. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm gonna close this out and we gonna continue this